Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Dives, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Today, we are counting down my top 10 wide receivers in the 2023 NFL Draft. If you guys love the draft, please consider subscribing. Let's go. Alright, before I get into my top 10, I have two honorable mentions, leading off with Parker Washington out of Penn State. Listed at 5'10", 212 pounds, this is a wide receiver prospect with a solid frame with plus route running and hands. Parker Washington thrived in the slot for Penn State. He's dynamic after the catch with the ability to turn hitch routes into touchdowns. Concern-wise, his return from injury will now be something to monitor in the lead up to the NFL Draft. He struggles to consistently create separation off the line of scrimmage, and he's got a smallish catch radius. Parker Washington is a high floor, low ceiling type of prospect that eventually will probably get his name called sometime between rounds 3 and 4. Let's watch some highlights.
That is not quite unique, but pretty unusual. Clifford over the top, and a one-handed catch by Parker Washington. What a play!
Watch Washington. He is actually in man coverage here. He's got Brooks on him, and not only does he get separation, he gets the big one-handed grab
for a first down. Clifford, man in his face, launches to the end zone, trying to high point it, and getting it is Parker Washington. My, oh my!
Singleton in the backfield. Clifford will throw it underneath, caught, and a first down. Parker Washington breaks a tackle. Parker Washington was running road. Parker Washington, touchdown, Penn State.
Play action. Sean Clifford looking downfield. Needs a deep ball for Parker Washington. Drives it in! Parker Washington all the way down to the Northwestern 30-yard line.
My second honorable mention is Jonathan Mingo out of Mississippi. Jonathan Mingo has plus speed with good acceleration. His solid size and frame allows him to be an intimidating pass catcher that can apply pressure to defenses on all three levels. He's an extremely smart route runner who is a solid deep threat with excellent run after the catch ability. He's also a strong run blocker on the perimeter and does a very good job locking down boundary defenders. Unfortunately, Mingo broke his foot in practice preparing for Alabama in 2021 and has overall struggled to stay healthy. He doesn't have plus twitch and struggles winning off the line of scrimmage. Right now, I've got a rounds 3 through 4 grade on Jonathan Mingo. Let's watch some highlights.
It's Baylor. This is the first time he goes first, and he loads it up on the first play from scrimmage. Jonathan Mingo just mossed somebody.
Come out passing or not, and just a great job in concentration using the defender.
First down and 10. Dart lets it loose over the middle. Mingo is there. What a grab! One hand catch for number 1.
Oh my goodness. Let the big guy go up there and snag it.
Smelled some blood in the water last week. They're still unbeaten, and they're trying to put the finishing touches on a win here over Vandy. As Jonathan Mingo breaks free, and he might be gone. Mingo has scored one long touchdown today. Make it 2.
Coming in number 10 in my rankings is Rakim Jarrett out of Maryland. He may be smallish at 6 foot, 190 pounds, but he makes up for it with his explosiveness and run after the catch ability. This is a quick, high energy player who is always a threat to beat defenses downfield. Jarrett was primarily a slot receiver for Maryland, and that position will likely stick with him moving forward at the next level. He's got solid initial quickness off the line of scrimmage and is very dangerous once he gets into space. Weaknesses wise, he needs to further develop his route tree, and he needs to develop increased play strength in the NFL. Right now, I've got a day 2 grade on Rakim Jarrett. Let's watch some highlights.
Downfield, wide open, Rakim Jarrett. Touchdown, Maryland.
Coming in number 9 in my rankings is Marvin Mims out of Oklahoma. While he's a bit small at 5'11" and 184 pounds, anyone who doubts Mims' ability to win in contested catch situations due to his small stature might want to recheck the tape. Mims' speed is as clear as day. This is an explosive athlete with the ability to accelerate instantly. He's also a yards after the catch monster with plus wiggle and start-stop ability to make defensive coordinators sweat. When it comes to weaknesses, the upcoming combine is going to be massive for this guy's draft stock. His lack of size will likely cause him to struggle against longer, more physical defensive backs at the next level. He's also not an elite speedster and still needs to develop his route tree. Right now, I've got a day 2 grade on Marvin Mims. Let's watch some highlights.
Slot fade. You can see him in the slot when he's motioning across. Dunlap is he does a good job of collisioning him, and that's legal at the college level. Oh, wow. Wow.
Williams has plenty of time, steps up, watches downfield for Mims, diving catch! No signal, touchdown! Are you kidding me? What a play! Marvin Mims had a touchdown all season. That's one for the rocking chair there.
Unbelievable effort by Marvin Mims. Watch the foot come down. Where the foot comes down, it's not the shoulder, right there. He's inbounds. They're going to get a free play here offside. Rattler going to take a deep shot here into traffic. Mims on the catch. He's free at the 10-yard line, heading for the end zone. It's a touchdown for Mims.
Coming in number 8 in my wide receiver rankings is Cedric Tillman out of Tennessee. Injuries have prevented Cedric Tillman from seeing the field consistently in 2022. At 6'3", 215 pounds, Tillman checks the size box very efficiently. That, along with his elite length, makes him the profile of a boundary alpha. He thrives at contested catches with the ability to manipulate blind spots and dominate man coverage. Tillman chases the deep passes with the best of them, and his plus size and strength allows him to counter defenders with ease. Ultimately, Cedric Tillman is going to need a decent bit of fine-tuning and seasoning at the next level. However, I see wide receiver 1 on the outside potential if he's selected into the right system and given the time he needs to develop. Right now, I've got a day 2 grade on Cedric Tillman. Here are some highlights.
Here comes pressure from Pitt. They don't get there. Flag down. Single coverage beaten again. All the way to the goal line goes Tillman. No signal yet. Touchdown.
Play action. Well protected. Shroud's going to take a deep shot for the goal line. Looking for the same target in Cedric Tillman. Does he have it? There's a flag down as well. It's a touchdown for Tennessee. Picking on once again Brian George, who's in for Miles Jones. Does he complete the process?
Long ball down the sideline from Hooker, and he's got it to Cedric Tillman.
Coming in number 7 in my rankings, one of my favorites, Zay Flowers out of Boston College. At 5'10", 172 pounds, size is most definitely a concern for Zay Flowers. However, this is an incredibly explosive, agile, and dynamic talent with rare balance both as a route runner and after the catch threat. Zay Flowers is an undersized but twitchy athlete that creates separation up and down the route tree. He'd be best drafted into an offense that features high amounts of pre-snap movement to exacerbate his strengths. While he played plenty on the outside at Boston College, he might be only a slot-only player due to his smallish size. That frame also gives him challenges when navigating traffic. Lastly, that also leads to a smaller catch radius than others on this list, which could negatively impact his draft stock. Right now, I've got a day 2 grade on Zay Flowers. Let's watch some highlights.
Second down and 21. Dracovic has all kinds of time to throw. He's got Zay wide open. Catches it at the 18. Now he's looking for blocks. He's going to get him. And Zay Flowers is going to score.
Number 4. And no one's fooled by the play action, but there is time. No pressure was sent by Lambert. And Zay Flowers has another 50-plus.
Coming in number 6 in my rankings is Josh Downs out of UNC. Here's a top-end producer with one of the higher upside, higher floor projections at the position. Josh Downs has elite explosiveness and body control in space. Downs brings to the table what every offense is looking for nowadays: big-time playmaking. While he's got a smallish frame at 5'10", 175 pounds, I think his electric athleticism is enough to overcome some of these concerns. This is an above-the-rim type of player with elite fluidity and quickness. Weaknesses-wise, he should look to improve his play strength, which shows up in his blocking. Another question comes in: will Josh Downs be limited to the slot at the next level? Well, I think he has the ability to win off the line of scrimmage on the boundary. He didn't play there much in 2022. Regardless, I've got a round 2 grade on Josh Downs. Let's watch some highlights.
Second and short. May again. Wants to throw for the end zone. There's Downs. Touchdown, Carolina. Hallett fell down, and Josh Downs has got his second TD catch.
Coming in number 5 in my rankings is Rashee Rice out of SMU. Here's a clear extroverted alpha who can dominate one-on-one situations. Rashee Rice is incredibly instinctive at the catch point with high energy athleticism at 6'2" and 203 pounds. He also plays with a lot of physicality in all facets. He doesn't get knocked off his spot easily and blocks with violence. He's got solid hands, but struggles the most with creating separation. He needs to further develop his route tree at the next level, but he's got a ton of tools. With his body control and hand-eye coordination, this is a winner who brings a ton of value after the catch. Once he develops some technique, this could be one of the bigger upside picks in the 2023 class. Right now, I've got a round 2 grade on Rashee Rice. Let's watch some highlights.
It's a field side fade route, and they throw it back. Sure, you don't see this often thrown from left half to right. A field side back shoulder, and the young kids are calling that.
Pass interference, defense number 2. The penalties decline. First down.
The young kids are calling that a head tap.
Actually fakes the handoff and wants to take a shot deep down the field. He's got a man, and it's a big play. First play of the game for SMU. Rashee Rice, the big play receiver, all the way to the end zone. How about that for fireworks out of the gate?
He is there before he makes his decision.
Mordecai, Rice along the sideline. He did not reel this one in.
Coming in number 4 in my rankings is Jalin Hyatt out of Tennessee. Elite speed always wins during the draft process. Jalin Hyatt has game-breaking speed, a primary trait that has helped him amass 67 catches for over 1,200 yards and 15 scores in 2022. Downfield, his ball tracking is superb. Along with his great speed, Hyatt is a natural hands catcher. When the ball gets thrown his way, he catches it with soft hands and doesn't use his body. Hyatt also does a good job working back to the ball on hitch routes. Blocking is also a plus ability for Jalin Hyatt. Weaknesses-wise, he needs to prove he can deal with press coverage at the next level. The question is, will he be a really good wide receiver or just a gadget guy? That will be a big-time question during the upcoming draft process. Right now, I've got a rounds 1 through 2 grade on Jalin Hyatt. Let's watch some highlights.
A little bit. Going deep. Man's there. Got it. Jalin Hyatt, touchdown. Pump fakes one way, comes back the other. Jalin Hyatt, touchdown.
Fast in the run. Otherwise, these big pass plays won't be there.
There's a pass play that's there. Jalin Hyatt, touchdown. Tucker down the middle, got him on the fly. It's Hyatt again, and he's going to take it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
78 yards.
Inside to the safety, and he's gone. Can't match up, too much speed. He's by him, throws it on a dart. It's over.
What a game for number 11. And then Hooker pulls it, throws it, touchdown Tennessee. Jalen Wright, his fifth.
Coming in number 3 in my rankings is Jackson Smith-Njigba out of Ohio State. Jackson Smith-Njigba could have simply opted out in 2022 after his dominant 2021 campaign. There will be questions about his athletic ceiling, as well as his ability to win against press coverage and work the boundary. However, he's an extremely nuanced separator with a high-level understanding of space, and his catching instincts are very, very good. He has a knack for finding open holes in coverage, and he's a solid route runner. Head and shoulder fakes come naturally to him as he is tracking the ball in the air. While his size and speed aren't plus attributes, Smith-Njigba gets to top speed quickly with fluid hips. How Smith-Njigba shows he can dominate press coverage will be huge for his draft stock. His ability to win over the middle and find holes in coverage should get him plenty of early round discussion. Right now though, I've got a rounds 1 through 2 grade on Jackson Smith-Njigba. Let's watch some highlights. Coming in number 2 in my rankings is Jordan Addison out of USC. At 6 foot, 175 pounds, Jordan Addison has high-level twitch and sink that doesn't come around very often. He's got fantastic natural ability and vertical range at the catch point. Coming out of high school, Jordan Addison ran the 40-yard dash in 4.51 seconds, and expectations are he could run in the 4.3 range at the upcoming combine. This is a prospect with excellent acceleration off the line of scrimmage and a very polished route runner. Negative-wise, he's a poor open field blocker with average height for the receiver position at the next level. Yes, he is a bit undersized. Yes, his play strength is a concern, but his elite route running and twitch should garner him strong attention in rounds 1 and 2 of the 2023 draft. Let's watch some highlights.
Hoping it would fit into the recruiting profile. Easier to get the edge guys. He's got a big shot up there. It's Addison again. Can he stay on his feet? He does. Jordan Addison just like that beats Caillou Blue Kelly at 75 to the house. Goes alongside. And there it is. USC has the lead.
Number 1 in my rankings is, no surprise, Quentin Johnston out of TCU. Quentin Johnston is an uber athlete at 6'4", 215 pounds, who can punish defenses on all 3 levels. He's got big time breakaway speed with acceleration that cannot be coached. He also excels at generating extra yards in catch and run scenarios and taking the top off opposing defenses. But he's more than just a straight line vertical threat. Johnston is a polished route runner and can make you pay regardless of the pattern he's running. Weaknesses wise, he needs to improve as a blocker. He's also quite prone to getting jammed at the line of scrimmage with physical press coverage. However, I've got a top 20 grade right now on Quentin Johnston. Let's watch some highlights.
Wildcats crowding the line. Duggan back, takes a downfield shot in the second play, and it's Johnson with an over-the-shoulder catch. Quentin Johnston beat Julius Brents just like in the first meeting in Fort Worth.
You got a safety in the middle of the field, creates a one-on-one opportunity on the outside. Linebackers are coming down against a potential threat of the run, get pressure on the quarterback, and how about this for your first throw of the game?
What they do and what this guy does as well as anybody in the country at 6'4", he closes the cushion of the senior Milton, gets right on his toes, and Duggan, his favorite ball is that one.
So those are my top 10 wide receivers in the 2023 NFL Draft. Do you agree or disagree? Did I miss anybody on this list? Please let me know down in that comment section below. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Crockpot for everything NFL Draft. Thank you everyone for watching. Stay awesome.